This video contains spoiler for This Monster Wants to Eat Me. This Monster Wants to Eat Me is an anime adaptation of the manga of the same name by Naagawa Aya. It concluded in late 2025 after one season of 13 episodes. The premise is fresh, the characters distinctive, and the narrative successfully builds atmosphere. But it doesn't fully utilize the contents and setting, leaving the drama not accomplished. Below is an analysis of the show's strengths and weaknesses. Good use of oceanic motifs and atmosphere. The story is deeply intertwined with the sea in multiple ways. The protagonist, Yaotose Hinako, loses her parents and brother in a family trip accident, witnessing their car sinking into the ocean. The other main character is Omi Shiori, a human-eating mermaid who disguises herself as a human. She and Hinako share a bond formed when Hinako was a child. By the time Hinako attends high school, the main timeline of the series, Shiori reappears and Hinako is instantly drawn to her. To Hinako, Shiori carries the aura of the deep sea, isolated, mysterious, and strangely soothing. Whenever Hinako falls into deep thought, the series visualizes this as her descending underwater, surrounded only by the muffled sounds of the sea. The ocean permeates the story, from themes and character psychology to aesthetic presentation, clearly by the author's design. The vast silence of the sea mirrors Hinako's inner world, burdened by survival's guilt after losing her family. Her pale face conceals an unfathomable melancholy. Yet the ocean is also perilous. For humans, one misstep might mean death, just as drawing closer to Shiori increases the danger of being devoured by her. The anime harnesses this marine symbolism with notable artistry, both thematically and visually. Unfortunately, it never fully capitalizes on this foundation. The basic setting is underused, a shortcoming closely linked to the script's lack of mature development, which will be discussed later. Strange relationship, only lightly touched. When Hinako loses her entire family in the accident, she hears a voice saying, "Even if you are the only one left, you must go on living." Believing it to be her family's dying wish, she clings to this phrase as a reason to survive into teenage, only to later discover that it was Shiori who said those words. Shiori approaches Hinako, and Hinako soon learns that she is a mermaid. Shiori falsely claims she will eventually devour Hinako, giving a girl a grim yet comforting expectation that an external force may someday end her life. In truth, Shiori has no desire to eat her. She knows Hinako's body attracts monsters and dedicates herself to protecting her instead. Thus, the two share mutual interests and begin to draw close. For most of the series, Shiori's true intention remains hidden. Her cryptic remarks, Hinako's inner monologues, and their recollections all depicts a bizarre bond. One being awaits a chance to eat the other, and the other awaits death. This abnormal relationship forms the story's central motif, fresh and fascinating in concept. It appears mutually beneficial yet ultimately leads to death, sustaining viewers' curiosity. The act of eating and being eaten draws them nearer, while the source of that intimacy also demands secrecy. If someone asks Hinako why she is close to Shiori, she cannot confess she is waiting to be eaten, nor can Shiori reveal she is a monster. The relationship stands apart from familiar dynamics such as mutual love or sworn friendship, an entanglement of appetite and secrecy, resembling a twisted romance. The anime often depicts their physical closeness, prompting many online platforms to classify the show as yuri. This relationship is indeed an original concept for an anime, but the creators seemingly avoided leaning into its darker psychological or erotic possibilities, perhaps wishing to keep the show from becoming too provocative or restricted to adult audiences. The price of restraint is a script that never fully explores its own potential, leaving behind only hints of ambiguous emotion. Eventually, Hinako learns Shiori's true intention and understands that Shiori can never eat her. Shiori swears again on her mermaid blood, reaffirming her earlier vow. If Hinako someday lives a happy and fulfilling life, Shiori will then devour her. In essence, this is no different from the original pact. Even if Shiori breaks her promise, nothing truly happens as a result. Hinako accepts the vow nonetheless, implicitly conveying that fulfilling Shiori's long-standing wish simply means living well herself. The manga continues the realization, but the anime ends here, neither overly sentimental nor explicit, maintaining the show's gentle, understated tone. The conclusion carries a faint note of irony, but is appropriate, leaving behind a lingering resonance. Unfortunately, the portrayal of their bond and emotions lacks depth. The pacing is meandering, stretched thin by repeated dialogues and fluctuation of their relationship across 13 episodes. To make such a premise compelling, one could learn from earlier works. For instance, in Steins Gate, protagonist Okabe Rintaro repeatedly travels back in time to rescue his friend Shiina Mayuri. When he finally succeeds, he realizes the price. His lover Makise Kurisu must die. His repeated failed rescues create a sharp sense of helplessness while portraying his loyalty and perseverance, laying multi-layered groundwork for the final, fate-defying climax. Or take Clannad. Protagonist Okazaki Tomoya forms deep bonds with multiple classmates. In Chinose Kotomi, the Fujibayashi sisters, Sakagami Tomoyo, and Furukawa Nagisa. Each relationship is developed over several episodes, drawing viewers into the characters' daily lives and emotional growth. The storytelling goes beyond dialogue alone, relying on concrete events that alter characters' perspectives, evolving in a spiral pattern that is revisiting similar themes and relationships, but with increasing intensity, deepening both personality and narrative. By contrast, This Monster Wants to Eat Me remains confined dialogue and deliberate slow pacing, with little concrete plot movement. As a result, despite the atmospheric start, the execution feels comparatively weak. No need for a complex plot, emotion still shines. A good screenplay doesn't rely solely on plot. Rich inner characterization and refined or innovative expression can elevate even a simple narrative into a fine piece of art. Earlier, this review mentioned This Monster Wants to Eat Me's oceanic symbolism, an impressive concept that was regrettably underused. Since the story itself doesn't progress much and the dialogue often meanders endlessly just to move the plot forward, it might have been better to focus instead on the ocean motif, using symbolism and emotional environmental interplay to convey the characters' feelings and thoughts. There are examples of such success. Scum's Wish, for instance, has a rather straightforward plot, but its detailed and multi-layered psychological portrayal transforms it into something exceptional. Though it appears to be a simple story of chaotic love, its strength lies in its intricate emotional introspection, distinguishing it from typical romance drama. The series asks the audience to slow down. Recent anime often depends on spectacles to capture attention, lavish animation, shocking twists, or amusing fantasy worlds. Recent trends even lean toward dopamine rush storytelling, where every episode must deliver bursts of excitement, resembling compilations of reels. Even fight scenes are rendered with rapid, almost unreadable motion instead of visible detailed choreography. Such works may dazzle at first, but once their tricks are familiar, even the flashiest frames can lull viewers to sleep. By contrast, This Monster Wants to Eat Me does the opposite. Though this video has pointed out both its strengths and shortcomings, especially its unpolished execution, in today's noisy, overstimulating production, the anime stands out as a quiet alternative, one that invites viewers simply to sit still and watch. If you have any idea or like this video, please comment, like, subscribe and share. I'll be grateful if you support me on Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, making us go even further. See you on the next video.